Managing my time has been something I have been relatively effective at over the years. This may be due to my older brother's influence from him serving 19 years in the New Zealand military. Also, thinking outside the box when a problem presents itself is something I take pride in. Weaknesses I have are the lack of enthusiasm I have for things I don't consider high priority. This is because I am big on self-development and growth, so when I feel as though I'm doing something that has no benefit or purpose, I find it difficult to execute. Opportunities I have are the ability to succeed. The university has supplied me with enough time and resources to help me succeed, and also the opportunity to make new friendships and relationships by working together on assignments and bouncing ideas off each other. Some threats would be the amount of work due around relatively the same time. Also, people in the group making things harder to get things done by being inconsiderate and not knowing when to be serious and when to joke around. The upcoming assignment is urgent and also very important. It is important because it is essential in passing the paper, and urgent because there's a due date for when it's due. Assigning a team leader is urgent and important because dealing with large groups require there to be direction. Attending classes and group meetings are urgent because they are fairly frequent, but if I miss one, I can catch up on what happened from other team members. What is not important and not urgent is social media distractions because there is no relevance to do with anything related to university. I contribute in many ways to the development and delivery of our team presentation, our 3-hour workshop. Roles and responsibilities were timekeeper and delivery of our 3-hour session. I made sure things were going according to plan. This required me to coordinate and communicate between referees on 2 different courts. I also contributed significantly to the planning of our 3-hour session. This included contributing ideas when it came to potential game lengths, the length of these games, what order the game should be played in, how many people should be in each team, how many teams there should be. A big part of the planning process was the people in my group. One group member in particular, I'll leave his name out, was making things very difficult. We suspect he has some sort of impairment when it comes to social interactions. He couldn't differentiate whether or not we've been serious or joking around, adding in comments at the wrong times, etc. That wasn't ideal. Made things very difficult. So the way I handled this was I spoke to him quietly and gently after a group session, and it told him that he's not helping the group out in any way, and if he could tone down his comments, we could get things done in a more efficient manner. This seemed to work as our next sessions were really effective. While watching one of the games take place, I noticed a lack of enthusiasm as the teams were unevenly split. This is now talking about the other group's teams events. It was a game requiring a lot of running and throwing, and one of the teams had a lot of guys in it and a lot of girls in the other team. So after talking to one of the group members, I decided that we have 3 options. Option 1 was to cut back the length of the game so it doesn't drag on any longer than it should. Option 2 was to stop the game and evenly split the teams up again. In doing this, it would mean valuable time would be spent telling everyone how it was going to run from now on. And option 3 was for myself to join in on the team getting badly beaten and offer some assistance. We ended up doing this, and as I joined in, the games became more competitive. The reasons I attended the workshops I attended was because I liked the way their presentations resonated with me. It was evident that they were really keen for people to enjoy the event, and what was also evident was the amount of effort they put into planning. Their presentations covered all the essential details such as location, time, contents of the event. This was delivered in a humorous and enthusiastic manner, which was very appealing. The first event I attended was the Mind, Body and Soul during week 5. The way they delivered their pitch to the class was clear and concise and had an element of suspense and not giving us all the details, which made me really curious to see what they had planned. The suspense out of their pitch was very effective, and not just my opinion, but opinions of all the team members were the same. The other event I was able to attend was the second to last week. This event, in my opinion, was a lot of fun, but there were a lot of things I noticed that could have been improved. One of the games we played was Malteser. This game required you to get into pairs and carry a Malteser with chopsticks across the gym floor and back. Due to everyone being partners, it meant there was a lot of waiting around time, so people were losing enthusiasm and ruining the flow of the games. I contributed by giving little pointers to the members running the event, just some friendly advice from a friend, which seemed to help a lot. I'm a competitive kickboxer, so where I see myself in 3 months is fighting regularly in amateur fights. In 3 years, I see myself as one of New Zealand's top fighters, and ideally, I would sign to a fight promotion company. This will allow me to devote my life to fighting, which is exactly what I want to do. From speaking to the lecturers I trust and respect, I've chosen to take the standard pathway at uni. This is because I'm still yet uncertain about how the sport and recreation industry will look upon completion of my degree, and because I'm planning to use my degree until I'm finished fighting, which is quite a while away. A standard pathway gives me a broad array of options. Cheers.